Hello students, so today we will discuss your chapter shape and space. So we have noticed that a lot of students, you cannot understand your shape and space chapter. So before you learn this chapter, before you do this question, you must understand each formula. So if it's perimeter, okay, so what is perimeter? So perimeter is where you have to plus, okay? You have to plus each side. Every side you have to plus. Example, this is 6, this is 2, then this is 6, opposite is the same, opposite is the same. So 6 plus 2 plus 6 plus 2. You have 16. You must remember in perimeter, your cm maintained as cm. You cannot put cm square, cm cube, or you cannot count like 1 cm, 2 cm, 3 cm, 4 cm, so you put cm4. This is incorrect. If it's plus, you must make sure you only have 1 cm. Mean to say that you cannot put 2, you cannot put 3, you cannot put 4, anything. Okay, you just only make it as 1 cm. So next one you have to understand is your area. So in UPSR, you only learned triangle, rectangle, and square. So in your area, you only learned rectangle or square. Okay, and also triangle. So for your rectangle or your square, the formula is the same, which is you have 2 times your length and your width. So let's say this is 5. So this is square, right? Square. If square, everywhere is the same. So 5 cm, 5 cm, so 5 cm times 5 cm. So if area, you have to use time. So 5 times 5 is 25. So if it's time, cm times cm, you have 2 cm, which is cm square. So if this is rectangle, let's say this is 10, this is 5. So 10 cm times 5 cm, 10 times 5 is 50 cm. Because this is time, you have 2 cm, so it's cm square. What about your precious little triangle? It's either a right triangle or, okay, it's either like this. Okay, it's either like this, the triangle, or like this. Both also the same, means that both is half of your rectangle or your square. So triangle is half of your rectangle. Okay, again, triangle is half of your triangle. If it's half, you have to use the formula half. Okay, I give you half of my chocolate bar, so half. So again, triangle is half of your square or rectangle. Therefore, you have to use half, 1/2. So let's say, okay, this is 10, this is 5. So 10 cm times 5 cm. 2 times 1, 2, 2 times 5, 10. 5 times 5, 25. You have 1 cm, 2 cm, and it's time, then you have 2 cm, cm squared. So this is the formula for your area. So you must remember that triangle is half of your rectangle or your square, so you must use half. The next one, you have to refresh your brain, which is your volume. So volume, Okay, you have to turn up your volume. So in volume, in primary 4 until 6, you only learned your cube. Okay, so for your cube, this is your length, this is your width, this is your height. So let's say this is 5 cm, this is 5 cm, and this is 5 cm. Okay, you must remember either Z. Okay, you remember either Z. Okay, the length, the height, the width, or you can remember something like this. Okay, so this is length, this is width, this is height. Okay, normally the easy one, you can remember Z. Okay, so for your volume, you must remember your cube. You must remember this formula, which is length times your width times your height. So let's say everything is 5 cm, so 5 cm times 5 cm times 5 cm. Thus, 5 times 5 is 25, 25 times 5 is 125. Because this is time, you have 3 cm, therefore cm cube. You will learn this, you will learn all this power 3, power 4, power 5 when you in secondary 1, which is form 1. Okay, so this is your volume. So you must remember that volume is where you have to times your length, your width, and your height. So besides remember your area, perimeter, and your volume formula, another formula you must remember is the Pythagorean Theorem. So Pythagorean Theorem is created by your grandfather, Our grandfather, his name is Pythagoras. So he created this formula for the triangle. So this is how they're able to do the pyramid. So this Pythagorean, you have to find each side for your triangle. So the formula is a squared. So a squared means that a times a, b squared, so b times b equals to c squared, c times c. So some students, they remember a squared plus b squared equals to c squared. Some students remember c squared equals a squared plus b squared. Both, they are the same. So you want to remember this or remember this, it's up to you, they are the same. Okay, so why we have to remember this formula? So we can find the sides for the triangle. Okay, example, this is 8 cm, this is 6 cm. So Pythagorean theorem is where a squared plus b squared equals to c squared, or c squared equals to a squared plus b squared. Either one of them you can use. So you must remember this is a, this is b, this is c. Okay, this one, okay, the opposite side, you can, it depends on you. If you want to say this is a, also can. You want to say b, also can. If you want to say this is b, this is a, it's up to you. Okay, but this, the sliding side, okay, the sliding sides forever is the c. So we just fill in the blank. So a, I put 8 square. So 8 square means to say that 8 times 8, you have 2 8. Plus b square is your 6 square. So 6 times 6 equals to your c square. So 8 times 8 is 64. 6 times 6 is 36. So 64 plus 36 is 100. Okay, when it comes to here, you cannot say, oh, this is the answer, 100. No. Okay, how come 8 cm, 6 cm suddenly is 100 cm? It's incorrect. Okay, so what you need to do is, when you come to here, your 2 or your square, your power 2, you have to move to your opposite side. Again, when you come to here, okay, your power 2 or your square have to move to the opposite side. When it moves to opposite side, it becomes C. And your 2, what about your 2? Your square. It becomes square root, your little house. So your square becomes square root, your little house. Okay, your 100 is inside the house. So C square, okay, the square moved to the opposite side, it becomes square root. So square root 100. Okay, I know it's unfair for primary 4 and primary 6 student because you cannot bring calculator. Okay, you cannot bring calculator to school, whereby the secondary they can bring calculator. So what do you do? I mean, what do you need to do? You don't have calculator. Can you remember this? Okay, so you must remember the same number times the same number become 100. Okay, because you cannot bring calculator. Okay, you cannot bring calculator to school. You must remember the technique. The technique is the same number times the same number become 100. Okay, you must remember square root. Square root is where the same number. You have to find the same number times same number. You have to divide it them. So 100, what number have 0? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, you have to time the same number. So 10 times 10 is 100. 20 times 20 is 400. 30 times 30 is 900. 40 times 40 is 1,600. 50 times 50 is 2,500. So therefore we found the answer. Okay, so you must remember the technique. You have to find the same number times each other, then you're able to find the answer. So how do you get 100? What number times what number equals to 100? The number must be the same. So we're able to find 10 times 10. 10, 10, 10. So 10C. So when you found the answer, you only put one of it. Okay? You don't have to put 10 times 10. No need. You just only put 10. Because this is the answer. Okay? So if you want to do something like this, 10 times 10, then 10, also can. It depends on you. Okay? It depends on you. So you want to skip this, also can. You directly put the answer this, also can. So again, when it comes to this Pythagorean Theorem, the Pythagorean Theorem is for what? It's for you to find the sides for your triangle. To find each side, you must use this formula. So in your exam, sometimes they will ask you to find the sides. So if you don't remember this formula, you cannot find the answer. Okay? So this formula is for you to find the sides for the triangle. So the triangle, okay, so the triangle, this is A. If you want to say this is B, also can. It depends on you. This is B. You want to say A, also can. But this forever is the C. Okay, the sliding part forever is the C. Okay, so if the question asks you to find C, you just fill in the blank. You must remember a square. You must remember they have square, double. So you must times the same number. So when you time the same number, it becomes the whole number. Then the power 2 or the square you have to bring to the opposite side. It becomes 100. And you have to do the square root. Okay, square root. Then you have to find the same number times the same number become, you have to find the same number and the same number equals to the number that you have to find. So the tips over here must remember to use the same number. Okay, so let's start this question. So PQRS is a rectangle and PTUV is a square. So this is a rectangle and this is a square. Given that the area of the shaded region is 158 cm, find the perimeter of shaded region in cm. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is we split everything into half. Okay, so you can see that the line over here shows us that they are the same. And over here shows us is 18. So here is 18. If it's half, then this is 9 cm, 9 cm. How do I know it's 9 cm? Because 18 cm divided by 2 or half is 9 cm. So therefore this is 9 cm. Okay? So if this is 9 cm, this is 12 cm. Okay? So as you can see this picture, this is half of it. So mean to say that this is 6, this is 6. How do I know this is 6? Because this is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So therefore this is 6 cm. This is a square. Mean to say that this is 6, this is 6, this is 6. Okay? So again, if this is 6, 6, 6, the whole thing, this is 18. So what about here? How much is this? So the whole length is 18 cm. We have to minus 6 cm. So this is 12. Okay, so until here, this is 6 cm. This is 12 cm. Then again, this question asks us to find the shaded region. So PQRS is a rectangle and PTUV is a square. Given that the area, this is the area of the shaded region, is 158 cm square, find the perimeter. So this question asks us to find perimeter in shaded. So we have to find the shaded area. Okay, so right now, this is 9 cm, this is a 9 cm. Okay, this is 6 cm, over here is 12 cm. Okay, so to find perimeter, we have to add everything together. We have to plus. You have to plus 12 cm, we have to plus here. But the problem is we don't know how much is here. Okay, we don't know what is the number, what is the figure for this slight area. So we have to use the Pythagorean Theorem, which is c squared equals to a squared plus b squared. Okay, so c squared, my a is 12, I have double, so 12 times 12, plus b, my b is 9, so 9 squared, which is 9 times 9. So 12 times 12 is 14, 12 times 12 is 144, plus 9 times 9 is 81. So 144 plus 81 is 225. So again, the power 2 or the square we bring to the opposite side, it becomes square root. Again, your square, your power 2 we bring to the opposite side, it becomes square root. So 225. Okay, the power 2 no longer we don't have to write the power 2 because the power 2 already become your square 2. So we have to find what number, okay, the same number times the same number become 225. Okay, so we have to think what number times the same number at the back, we have 5. Okay, I know that the first thing you think is 5. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, 5 times 5 is 25. So we have to find the same number. Okay, how to find the same number? Okay, we use everything, start with at the back is 5, which is 5 times 5, 15 times 15, 25 times 25, 35 times 35, 45 times 45. Okay, since this is 9, this is 12, I think it's either this two. Okay, so 5 times 5 is 25, 15 times 15. So 5 times 5 is 25, 1 times 5 is 5, 5 plus 2 is 7, 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 1 is 1, 7 plus 5 is 12, 1 plus 1 is 2, 225. Okay, so you see this is 225, this is 225, therefore your answer is 15 times 15 equals to 225. Then we only need to write one answer, okay, 15. So therefore your C is 15. Okay, so this is 15. Then we can add everything together because the question asks us to find perimeter for the shaded area. So this is 6, 6, 6, this is 12, this is 15, this is 9. Okay, so you plus everything together. So 6 cm plus 6 cm plus 6 cm plus 12 cm plus 15 cm plus 9 cm. Okay, so 6 cm plus 6 cm is 12 cm, 12 plus 6, 18, 18 plus 12 is 30, 30 plus 15 is 45, 45 plus 9 is 54 cm. So your answer is 54. Okay, so again, how do you find your perimeter for the shaded region? The first thing you have to do is you have to split the whole diagram. You have to find each length, each side. So this is half. The whole length is 18, so you have to divide it into 2. So this is 9 cm. So in the graph, this is the half of it. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. Therefore, this is 6 cm. This is also 6. Okay, this is a square. Square means every side, each side is the same. So 6, 6, 6, 6. And again, the length from here to here is 18. But because this is 6, this is not the shaded area. So we have to use 18 minus 6 equals to 12. So this is 12. To find your sliding side, you have to use Pythagorean. So your Pythagorean, which is your c square plus a square, c square equal to a square plus b square. So you fill in everything. Then when you come to here, c square equals to 225, you have to bring your square to the opposite side. When you square or your power 2, you bring to the opposite side, it becomes square root. So when it becomes square root, you have to find the same number times the same number, the same number times the same number become this. So 15 times 15 is 225. Therefore, we found the answer is 15. So this sliding side is 15. So this is 9. Once we found the whole, all the figures, we plus everything together because the question asks us to find the perimeter of shaded region. So the answer is 54. So next question, ABC is a straight line. This is a straight line. Find the length in cm of AC. So we have to find here until here. We have to find the length. Okay, we have no idea what is the length. Okay, so what we need to do is we have to use your Pythagorean Theorem. Okay, so again, your Pythagorean theorem, which is your a squared plus b squared equal your c. Okay, so right now we have to find here. We have no idea what is the length for this. Okay, so this is C, this is B, this is D. Okay, so BC is 15, DC is 17. Okay, so we fill everything. So this 15 cm, okay, you can either put this as A or B, is up to you. This is B or A, up to you. Okay, but 15 I put as A. So 15 square means to say 15 times 15 plus B square C square. So my C square, C is your 17. 17 times 17. So 17 times 17, oh sorry, this is 17 square. So 17 times 17. 15 times 15 is 225. Okay, 17 times 17, 49. 1 times 7 is 7. 7 plus 4, 11. 1 times 7, 7. 1, so it's 1, 8, 9. Sorry, 2, 8, 9. Then again, your 225 you have to bring to the opposite side. So this is a positive, you have to minus. Okay, so 289 minus 225, which is 64. Okay, when it comes to here, your 2 power 2 you bring to the opposite side. When you bring to the opposite side, the b square left b, the square becomes square root 64. So what number must be the same number? Okay, same number times same number becomes 64. Okay, so what number times what number must be the same number times same number becomes 64. So 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 4, 16, 5 times 5, 25, 6 times 6, 36, 7 times 7, 49, 8 times 8, 64. So your answer is 8. Therefore, this is 8 cm. Okay, so we found here this is 8 cm. Okay, then again, next one here, this is AB, this is 8 cm, this is 10 cm. Again, we mark this as A, this is B, this is C. Okay, the sliding forever is C. So again, my A, I don't have A. My B square, C square. So A, I don't have. My B is 8 square. So 8 times 8. My C square is 10. 10 square. So 10 times 10. So 8 times 8 is 64. 10 times 10 is 100. So my positive 64 we bring to the opposite side. It becomes minus 64. So it's 36. Then again, your square bring to the opposite side, which leaves us A. Your square becomes square root 36. Again, you must remember when you see square root, you must remember the same number times the same number become 36. So again, 2 times 2, 4. 3 times 3, 9. 4 times 4, 16. 5 times 5, 25. 6 times 6, 36. So it's 6 times 6. So 6. Okay? So which means A to B is 6 cm. The question asks us to find the length in cm, A to C. So my AB plus BC. So my AB is 6 cm. My BC is 15 cm. So 6 plus 15 is 21 cm. So the answer is 21 cm. So the next question, they want us to find surface area. Surface area, which means that, example, a box, okay? A box So a box, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 surface area. Okay? So surface area means that you have to calculate each side, each area. Okay? So you have one area to calculate, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So altogether you have 6 area to calculate. So you must remember the technique: front and back, up and down, left and right. Okay? So example, this is a box. So you must remember this is front and this is back. Okay? So front and back, and then here top and bottom, left and right. Okay, so you must remember up and down, back and front, left and right. Okay, so to do these questions, okay, you must remember, if you can see that this area, okay, this area, and this area, okay, this area already covered, so we don't have to calculate this area. Okay, they're already covered, so we don't have to calculate. So we only have to calculate those that did not cover by the other shapes. Okay, so this is the same identical cuboids. So 1, 2, 3, 4 identical cuboids. So we have to calculate each surface area. So if we calculate each, we have to, because since this is the same area, so we can actually times. Okay, we have to times how many surface we have, but we don't have to calculate here and this and this. So we ignore these 3 parts. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is we have to calculate the front and the back. Okay, the front and the back. So the front, okay, this is 21 cm. So we have 3 cuboids. So 21 cm divided by 3, which is 7 cm. So this is 7 cm, 7 cm, 7 cm. What about here? This is 4 cm. Okay, so front and back. Okay, front and back. So 4 cm, 7 cm. 4 cm times 7 cm is 28 cm square. So we have front, we have back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Altogether we have 8. Okay, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 fronts, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 back. Okay, so we have to times 8. 28 cm square times 8. So 8 times 8, 64. 2 times 8, 16. 16 plus 6, 224. Okay. So 28 times 8 is 224 cm. So this is front and back. Okay, next one is up and down. So up and down. So up and down. So this is 4. Sorry. This is 16. Okay, this is 16. This is 7. Okay, so 16 times 7 cm. 6 times 7, 42. 1 times 7, 7. 7 plus 4, 11. So it's 112 cm squared. So how many sides we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Are you sure? So we calculate one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we only have 6. So 112, okay, 112 cm squared, we times 6. So 2 times 6 is 12. 1 times 6 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. So it's 172 cm. Oh, sorry, 672 cm squared. The next one, left and right. Okay, left and right. So left and right. Okay, so this is 16. This is 4. So 16 and 4. So 16 times 4 cm. So 6 times 4 is 24. 1 times 4 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. 64. Okay, then how many sides we have? 1, ignore, 2, 3, 4. We only have 4. Okay, so again, calculate. Left, 1, ignore, 2, 3, 4. We only have 4. So 64 cm squared times 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. 6 times 4, 24. 24 plus 1, 25. So it's 256 cm squared. Then they ask us to calculate everything. We have 2 plus. So the first one, 224 cm plus 672 cm plus 256 cm squared. Okay, so 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 6, 12, 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 7, 10, 10 plus 5, 15, 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 6, 9, 9 plus 2, 11. So it's 1152 cm. Okay, so your surface area is actually quite easy to do. You have to calculate each side. You have to calculate area for each side. Then you have to count how many sides. If they have 8 sides, you times 8. If they only have 6 sides, you count 6 sides. If you only have 4, then you calculate 4 sides. So your answer is 1152 cm squared.